Hello, everyone. My name is Catherine Zhu. I'm the founder of For a Safer Space, FASS. So today we're here for a project. It's called Save Kath, which is myself, from her Boba Addiction project. It is a conclusive mental health project to give you a taste of all psychotherapy modalities. So let us smash stigma together. Let us smash mental health stigma together. So today I have the honor to invite one of my clinical interns, Zoe, here to join me. And Zoe will give me a psychotherapy session on motivational interviewing. So Zoe, why don't you introduce yourself?
So, hi everyone, I'm Zoe and I'm glad I can join this project. So today we are going through one to help Catherine about her Boba addiction by using CBT, which is usually referred to cognitive behavioral therapy. So cognitive behavioral therapy is an evidence-based approach used in many different types of disorders. So it can be utilized in depression, anxiety, and kind of like borderline personality disorder. And also it can be utilized for many different types of addiction. So like today we are using it for Boba addiction. So cognitive behavioral therapy mainly focus on the cognition and the behavioral part. So like our cognition determine our behavior. So like when you want to drink, you feel thirsty in your mind, then you will go to drink. It's kind of like very cognition and behavior. So for the therapy, in the therapy, we will just focus on your cognition to find your cognition, the problematic cognition, then to find, okay, so what the plan we're going to do to change your cognition and to change your behavior. Or on the other hand, we can change your behavior, then found when you change your behavior, you can find, okay, my mind just changed. So it's the cognition part. So yeah, it's basically what the CBT do. So today we will do one mainly like very important approach in cognition CBT is called motivational interviewing. So in this approach, we mainly find, okay, what Catherine's motivation on changing her Boba addiction. And also we might like develop a plan, like how we can to change her behavior on drinking Boba. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Zoe, for this comprehensive introduction. So why don't we get started?
Okay. So let's get started. So hi Catherine, welcome to our mock session today. So can you just introduce yourself?
Hi, Zoe. I'm so happy that I'm here today. I am addicted to boba and I need some help. So every day I drink at least 2 to 3 cups of boba tea. And it's really not good for my sugar level, to be honest. And it's not really good for my physical body as well. So I feel I've gained 5 to 10 pounds because of this bad habit. So I need help.
So from what you said, it's kind of like you just drink a lot, like you said, 2 to 3 cups every day, and you found it's bad for your health because you gained 5 to 10 pounds because of the drinking boba tea, right?
Yes.
So tell me something good brings by boba tea.
The boba is the best part.
Yeah.
I like chewing them. So whenever I order a boba tea from bubble tea shop, I always booked like double boba, triple boba, because I like the way that I'm chewing it. I feel a sense of control. I feel like the world is under my feet at that moment. I can just feel like, oh wow, my world is full of like colorful stuff, and it's bright, it's hopeful when I'm chewing the boba. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I love drinking boba tea so much. It's never really about the milk tea; it's about the boba.
Okay, so the base of the milk tea is not the main part, but the boba is kind of like the main part.
Yeah.
So when you're chewing the boba, what do you think? You mentioned like your word just became so colorful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you just chewing boba, what brings it to your feelings? Like, yeah, how do you feel when you're drinking boba? Can you just give me more comprehensive or more concrete description?
A sense of excitement. Finally, I get to drink boba tea. A sense of controlling. I feel like now I'm chewing the boba, and I like the taste. And I can chew as many boba as I like because I ordered like 2 to 3 cups.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel that I can feel happy because every day is a stressful day because I have a full-time job and also I have my nonprofit organization on the side. Every day I have so many different tasks. I just need a break. And I feel like boba tea is a good self-care-ish for myself, but it's not really healthy. So,
Mm-hmm.
so it's really hard for me to cut off this
Mm-hmm.
unhealthy but addictive habit.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like there are lots of good things you can think about when you're chewing the boba, right?
Yeah.
Like the happiness you mentioned, also it kind of like releasing your stress from every day.
Yes, yes, it's a lifesaver per se.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm so addicted to it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's unhealthy because the sugar
Yeah,
level
yeah,
is really high and the boba is like it has a lot of calories in it. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have to break this habit, but I don't know how. So that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why I asked some like very positive things here, like what boba brings you here, happiness, because I think it's very important for you to think about like what is why you cannot stop drinking it, because there's good impacts. That's why you really just think, okay, this brings me happiness, this releasing my pressure because I have a very stressful life, right?
Mm,
So that's how you find, okay, I just need these things to help me, to release me from the like very just a stress out life. Can you just tell me more about what your stress out looks like for you? The stress out life.
yeah, I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do. Like I can show you. I have so for this week alone, I have 20 things to do. And
Mm-hmm.
I have 15 things listed here, and I have more listed here. And I just feel like, oh, it's just so many things to do, like every
Yeah.
day and every week. I'm just so overwhelmed in my head, and sometimes I just feel like I just want to take a break. But whenever
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a break, I just have this guilty feeling of I'm not doing enough for the world. I'm not doing enough for other people. As a social worker, I should do more. So
Yeah.
how do I reconcile these thoughts in my head as to drink boba tea? I feel like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if I need a break, but I don't really have that much time to take a break, what can I do to take care
Mm-hmm.
of myself? Then I
Yeah.
drink bubble tea. Yeah.
Okay. So because it's a very convenient way for
Yeah.
you to getting happiness,
Yes,
like
because while I'm doing stuff, I can just drink bubble tea and think about stuff. Drinking bubble tea, write stuff. Drinking bubble tea,
yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
stuff. Yeah, something like that.
So it's more like somebody kind of like some people addicted to caffeine because they can drink a coffee at any time. So like you can drink boba tea at any time, no matter what you are doing. Because like you mentioned, you have very stress, you have lots of things to do every day. But for boba tea, you can just order, like taking out, or just order someone will send to you, and then you will just sit there, still doing your very busy stuff, and you can still drinking, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one of the reasons why I love boba tea so much. It's so convenient and it gives me short-term relief, I guess, even though it's not
Mm-hmm.
healthy, but it's short-term relief. Why not? and the boba is very chewy, it's very yummy, so why not?
Yeah. So what are the other things you will do for fun usually in your life?
Oh gosh, I just realized that I'm a boring person other than drinking boba tea. I have a not-for-profit organization called FASS. I do a lot of like free webinar that's open to public. I teach mental health related information, knowledge, some legal related education so that people can know what to do when it comes to protect their own rights. I offer resources, referral services as well. When people need help, they come to me. I usually like to link people to the resources that they need. And also I like reading. But because I have so many things to do every day, I don't really have enough time to read. And sometimes I give different talks on Clubhouse, one of the emerging application. And what else? Hobbies. I like to watch Netflix, but because I'm so tired and
So
exhausted
busy.
every day, yeah, so I can only watch like 1 or 2 episodes before I sleep. But it's not good for my sleep neither, because because of the how do you say? Because of the screen light, it does not help you to get into sleep. It helps you to stay awake. So it's not really healthy. And what are some of the other hobbies? I love to learn languages, but languages take time. So I don't really have that much time. Time is a luxury to me at this moment. Yeah, so this is my life, my boring life.
No, it's not boring. For me, it sounds so busy. Like you have tons of things you need to do every day, right? So for these activities you mentioned, do you think it's something that you do for fun or it's your job?
I think because I do have a full-time job from 9 to 5, a 9 to 5 full-time job, I think that job is very stable, reliable, but it's not exciting enough for me, to be honest. So that's why I have a not-for-profit organizations on the side, which is self-funded by myself. I want to do some interesting stuff that I can do to contribute to this society. But when I first started that, I did not imagine it would turn into this big, to be honest. It's like we have grown so much since last August, and it is definitely beyond my expectation and in my imagination, to be honest. So because it's growing so fast, then I have gazillions of projects on my hand. And as the only person who's doing operations, I have to communicate basically about like at least 15 to 20 people every day. And not including things that I have to get done every day, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, it's exciting, but it's stressful. And not only the work itself is stressful, it's also because of others or people's feedback about your work, or people's untrue or false allegations about your intention of doing such stuff. I think, like, I was bothered before. I was bothered at the early stage of my organization, but now like I get used to it. So things become better now, but still like it takes time to get used to the real world, I guess.
So kind of like based on your description, from what I heard, it's more like a job. Even you very enjoying it, you take it as some task, not something you did for fun, right?
Well, like I started it as something fun, and then it just grows. It grows so big and it grows so fast that would like exceed my expectation 100 or 200%. So now it's kind of like another job, to be honest. Yeah.
So I just want to know more like what you did, something that really can brings you happiness. I mean, like helping others, I can hear like helping others is something you do for getting your happiness. But like, so is there any other things the happiness brings you to you as same as boba tea?
Netflix.
Happily. Okay. But it takes much longer time to bring happiness.
Yeah, or I do exercise sometimes. Well, I exercise every day, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I'm not enjoying it. But I do exercise just because I
Not enjoying.
yeah, I do exercise just because I drink too much bubble tea. I have to
Okay.
get those calories out, you know. So
Okay, so kind of like you after when you drinking boba tea, you feel okay. I feel so happiness, but after that, you might feel guilty because I drink too much. Then you go to gym or like doing exercise at your home, then to kind of like releasing your guilty feeling, right?
yes, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
this is not something that I enjoy. But it's something I have to do. Another task, unfortunately. So because of the boba tea, something that I enjoy. Mm, well, listen to Clubhouse. Sometimes when I'm working or when I'm typing stuff, I like to open my Clubhouse and just listen to people's opinion and what's new. Well, what are some of the news every day? So I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my hobbies now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Other than
Okay, so
not,
anything else?
no, that's it. That's it.
Okay. So like listening to podcasts or Clubhouse, also including like watching Netflix is kind of like some hobbies can be alternative to drinking boba tea.
Mm,
But at the same time, listening to podcasts or watching Netflix, you cannot be occupied by the other work. But for drinking boba tea, you can at the same time you can still do some other stuff.
mhm,
Right.
mm.
And I think that might be the main reason you cannot give up the about boba tea because it's so convenient. It's so non-alternative, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. So yeah, that's why it's really hard for me to get rid of the boba tea, I guess, because just means so much to me. I feel so ashamed to say that it means so much to me, but the reality is it is.
Yeah. Can you tell me more like what do you mean? It means so much to you.
It means so much to me because it's one of the ways that I do self-care. It's how I get relaxed, how I can just um, choose some boba and get things done whenever I feel stressed. So
Mm-hmm.
it's multifunctional in my
Mm-hmm.
definition, to be honest. So I guess that's one of the reasons why it's hard for me to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we kind of like find the spot. Now we say is the spot is it means a lot to you because it's a very convenient way for you to releasing your pressure, a very convenient way for you to uh just finding something brings very quick happiness, right? So now we can consider some like negative impact about the boba tea. So you mentioned a lot something about like gaining weight, right?
Mm.
And is there any other bad impact by the boba tea?
The sugar level is high, then it's
Mm-hmm.
not good for my physical health. Um, it will potentially put me at the risk of like getting diabetes, unfortunately. So if I
Mm-hmm.
intake so much like sugar, and also other than that, no, I cannot think of any other negative impacts,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Okay, so the most part is about uh just the physical health, right?
Yeah.
So we can find that now boba tea is have like two impacts. The first one is good for your mental health. And the second one is bad for your physical health.
Yeah.
Do you agree with
it? Yeah.
Yeah. So when you choose this way, like, boba tea is good for your health and for your mental health. And secondly, when you feel like it's hard to be your physical health. And actually, you mentioned one thing that can be like help to improve physical health is doing exercise, right?
Yes.
So you kind of like doing some compensation, something for feeling out your guilty.
Yes, because I really want to live longer, so that's why I have to do it. I have to commit to something that I'm not really enjoying, which is exercise. To be honest. It's killing me, but I have to do it.
Yeah. So did you try anything before to like cutting down your boba drinking behavior?
Yes.
Try any strategy? Yeah, tell me more.
Yes, I did. Because I set a goal for myself, like I have to lose certain weight during certain period. And me myself, I have a very, I would say, weird OCD. Like I have to stick with what I have. I have to stick with my goal. Otherwise I would get so anxious. So that's why, so I think, so back in February last year, I set a goal for myself. I said, okay, during this pandemic, I want to challenge myself. I want to lose 70 grams after 1 year. So I set this goal and I told myself, you have to achieve that goal. Otherwise, like you will get punished by yourself. I don't know why I set that goal, but that's how I did. And so at that time, I cut down all my sugar intake, and which is very interesting because 1 year ago I was not so addicted to boba. To be honest, I did not have this boba addiction 1 year ago. But after I finished the goal, after I achieved the goal, like I finally lost like 70 grams after 1 year during the pandemic. I achieved that goal. Yeah, I finished the challenge myself. Yay. But then after that, I have developed this boba addiction. So I don't know why, but it's just very interesting. And I did some research by myself, and I noticed that might be one of my ways to compensate myself because I lost so many grams in the past 1 year.
Yeah.
So maybe this is my body saying like, help, we need more sugar, or help, we need more energy.
So kind of like your body have some reaction because you have been, let's say like have been clean for the sugar for 1 year for cutting down your weight. Then now you kind of like relapse, like going back to the old behavior, like just drinking lots of sugar content drinks. Do you enjoy drinking other like soda, like a cola or Sprite, something other drinks?
Before I set that goal, yes, I enjoyed drinking sodas, sugary stuff, milkshakes, boba sometimes, but not like this now. So yes, you're right.
So before you still like these drinks, but at that time it's not so bad as now, right?
At that time, the boba addiction was not so bad. Like I did not have boba addiction, to be honest. But after I lose my weight, after I lose 70 grams, I started developing this boba addiction. I have to drink boba tea every day. So this is very strange to me, to be honest.
So before you setting the goal, how many drinks you drink per day? I mean, for the sugar content drinks.
1 or 2 drinks.
1 or 2.
Yes.
And then now for the boba tea, you drink 2 to 3 cups every day.
Yes.
So kind of like increase only 1 cup.
Yeah.
It's not so bad, honestly.
Oh, really? Because usually before I lose my weight, I drink 1 to 2 cups of like maybe 7-Ups or
Mm-hmm.
Coke. So it's
Mm-hmm.
different drinks. But now it's just boba tea itself, like 2 to 3 cups of boba tea alone, not the soda
Mm-hmm.
drinks, because I lose interest in soda drinks after I lose my weight,
Uh-huh.
which is very interesting. But I started developing
Uh-huh.
strong interest in drinking boba tea.
Mm-hmm. So kind of like, so like you mentioned, because it's not only because of the milk tea, like the base. It's more about like chewing something, chewing the boba,
Mhm,
let you feel better.
mhm,
So when you drink a cola, it's just a like drink. It's not you don't need to chewing everything, right?
mhm.
So that's the reason why you lost the interest in the Coca-Cola
I
or
think,
the other sugar drinks.
yeah, I would say jackpot. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that I think that's the reason why I started losing interest in other sodas, because it does not
Mm-hmm.
have boba, but boba tea has boba. That's why I have this strong interest in boba tea.
Mm-hmm. So for the strategies you use, how did you cut down the beverage every day you drink before? Like when you setting the goal, how did you do to stop using it?
I guess it's just like because I have this habit of when I set a goal, I like to achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I don't achieve it, I would blame myself for it. So I guess this
Mm-hmm.
fear of blaming myself or this fear of punishing myself get me to where I am now. Um, I just lost, and then after I lost after I lost the 70 grams, I just do not have that motivation to do that all over again. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. So when the like at the beginning when you're setting up this goal, I want to like reflect back at what's the good strategies you used at that time, like very helpful to decrease in your amount at the beginning.
Hmm, that's a very good question. I've never thought about that. This urge of being different,
Can you tell me more?
the urge of being different, because I feel like I want to try a different life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the past few years, I had the exact body weight, and I feel like I cannot, so my weight will not grow any heavier, to be honest. I think it's reached
Mm-hmm.
its ceiling. So I want to try how skinny I can get if I really try to lose weight. This is just my fun challenge to myself. I find it's fun, to be honest. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I set this goal. I feel like I want to be different. I want to see how skinny I can get to, how
Mm-hmm.
how much grams or how many pounds can I lose
Mm-hmm.
in 1 year at home
Mm-hmm.
if if I really want to do it. So I like
Mm-hmm.
it's out of curiosity and the out of the urge of being different, having a different
Mm-hmm.
life, having a different body.
Mm-hmm. So kind of like just focusing on the urge. You want to be skinny or try to be different. You want to see some like new yourself. So kind of like push you into the activity or the behavior that you just stop using it.
Yes, because I find that, well, don't take me wrong. I am the supporter and an advocate for body positivity. I find
Mhm.
beauty comes in different body shapes. It's just like my life has hit to a point, or my life has come to a stage that where I find my body at that time looks boring to myself. So I want to find it stimulating to myself again. Or I want to see what are some of the new possibilities that my body can have. So that's why I want to have this challenge to myself. It's never about being prettier. It's never about being skinnier, so then it's prettier. It's never about that. It's just about challenge to myself, or finding new excitement for myself, because I've been having the exact same body shape for quite a few years in the past. Then I think maybe now it's time for change. It's time to explore the possibilities that my body has, and see how I can do it.
So kind of like just a curiosity, what can I do at this moment? Because I'm tiring of my current face, we will say. Like kind of like want to say, okay, well, if I lose weight, what my face will look like, right?
Just out of curiosity, and it's for fun. And well, come on, it's the pandemic. Everyone has to self-quarantine at home. So what can I do, right? So I can have plenty of time to really take on this challenge and to make it happen.
So for this urge, at that time, did you take any action? I mean, for some people, they might choose to drink more water, or drinking something to be a like substitution to the beverage. Did you do anything like that?
Yes, I drank a lot of water. I asked my parents to be two of my supervisors, to supervise me or to police me not to drink any sugary drinks, and to police me not to drink any boba tea, any soda milk, or any soda drinks, or any milkshake, or not to eat too much, because I also had a binge eating issue before. So they were two of my polices at home. And also I have a alarm for myself. Like I exercise at least twice or 3 times a day, just to make sure that I'm always moving. I am always exercising, so I'm always losing weight every day.
Okay, so this kind of like sounds like very good strategies, and which shows effective to you because you already lose your weight. So do you think when you think about these strategies, do you think any strategy can be applicable for your stopping using boba tea?
Yeah, I think asking my parents to be the polices again, to maybe cut down my boba tea order from 3 cups to 2 cups at first, and then from 2 cups to 1 cup first, and then maybe just 2 cups per week. So maybe this is something that I can try. Other than that, maybe exercise more. Well, God knows, like I hate exercise, but I have to, because I have to keep a healthy body. So other than that, maybe try to develop some new hobbies so that I can be much happier or much relaxed, even if I don't drink any boba tea.
So this strategy sounds, we can try it later after our session, because you already come up with some good ideas for your addiction. Also, because you think about like chewing something can bring you pleasant, right? Do you think there any other thing can be like a substitution to the boba?
Gum, but gum will make your face bigger. So because drink water. But water is boring, so it does not taste well.
I see.
What else? Maybe drink sparkling water, so it can have some sparkles in my mouth. Or eat some fruit. Or watch mukbang videos on YouTube. There are a lot of it. What else? I guess that's it. My brain is dead now. I cannot think of anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I'm thinking like sometimes you just feel like chewing something can bring you happiness. Sometimes we refer to as emotional hungry. So it means like actually at that moment you don't feel hungry, you just feel bored. So that's why you want to seek for something like chewing boba can help you like feel okay, I'm busy with my mouth right now. I'm doing something. Then I will not feel bored. So it might be some like motivation for you, like you just want to keep him busy, even you are still busy. I mean, like you are typing something or are facing somebody. But for your mouth, you still feel I'm so bored. I want to eat something. I want to chew something. So I think we can do it as one of your motivation to change because first for the behavior, we can find some substitution to help you to release your mouth. At least not chewing the boba, you can chewing something others. Also, like for the cognition part, you might find because it can releasing your stress, it's kind of like the motivation. But for this motivation, we might find some alternative way to do that. Like you said, you might watching Netflix or finding something that brings you better happiness, like quick, convenient. Yeah, it's from what we call the motivation part. So yeah, it's kind of like most about what we talked about today. So do you have anything you want to mention for our last minute?
Nope. I think I will just get on the move and to change myself, and hopefully that all the method that we just came up with in the session will be effective. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for doing this session with me, Zoe. Thank you. And it was so great. And thank you guys for watching. If we have any audience, this is just to say to the audience who will be watching our videos later. And so this is our first session, the first session of CBT and motivational interviewing. And I hope you like it. And stay tuned for our more videos coming. Thank you. Let me end.
Thank you.
Oh.